right, guys, welcome back. Free NBA daily bets. My name is Eric. The Daily NBA podcast. I break down every NBA game every day. So welcome in if this is your first time. All of my official bets are at Twitter at EasyMoneyWins. And yesterday was not a great day. I lost like 5 units in the NBA. The Detroit Pistons decided to no-show against the Boston Celtics. But that's okay. I'm still year-to-date like 19 units, so plus 19 units. So the $100 better would be up $1,900, and it's only December. So life is good in my world, guys. Life is good. Everybody loves a winner. So let's get into the games now. All right, so first game up, we have the Washington Wizards at the Cleveland Cavaliers. I think these teams have played like 3 times already. This might be the final meeting, and it's only December 13th, so pretty crazy. Yeah, they lost 135, 116, 118, 87, and no, this is only the third time. Oh, no, they play one more time February 7th, so okay. All right, their next game is at home against Boston. The Wizards are. Let's check their injury report. Injury report, Kyle Kuzma's out. Malcolm Brogdon is out. Corey Kispert is out. And the rookie Keyshawn George. So that's not good for them. But like a lot of these guys were out against Denver when they pulled off the upset. So that's not really good depth there for the Wizards. I mean, they're not a good team anyways. But like Bub Carrington, Jordan Poole, Bilal Coulibaly, Sarr, Jonas Valanciunas, like it's not good, guys. Not good. Let's take a look at Cleveland's roster real quick. I don't want to spend too much time on this game because it's hard to know what you're going to get with the Wiz Kids. All right, so Cleveland, Max Strus is out. Evan Mobley is questionable. That's right. I did see that yesterday. He's questionable with an ankle issue. And then Isaac Okoro, he's probable. So pretty standard stuff there. Let's see who they play on Sunday or Saturday. They play Monday. So their next game is at Brooklyn on Monday. And kind of yesterday, what I noticed with like the 3 games, I think all 3 games went under the total. And I think with that NBA Knockout Cup break, that kind of happened. You know, like each team has like 3 or 4 days off before this game today or yesterday. And I don't know if like it was rusty or like teams were just kind of uninterested, like they're coming off like the All-Star break kind of. But the scoring was down. So let's take a look at the total for this game. Total's at 232. And I mean, it's hard to bet unders with the Cavaliers at home because they're just scoring a ton of points. And then the spread is minus 17. So I don't know, guys. I'm going to stay off this game, honestly. Like the Wizards, they did get that win, but then they reverted back to their old selves the next game. Against Memphis. I mean, I'd like to get involved. I like to bet every game if I could, honestly, but I'm staying disciplined. I really have no idea, guys. All right, let's leave that game. Next game up, we have the Indiana Pacers at the Philadelphia 76ers. Let's take a look here. Pacers are healthy. Pretty healthy. Halliburton, Nembhard, Mathurin, Siakam, Miles Turner, like the starters are healthy. I mean, they're missing Nesmith. But the bench is good shape too. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good for Indiana. I know they've been in bad form. They lost at home to Charlotte after they beat Chicago. So they snapped their 4-game losing streak at Chicago when Chicago was on the second night of a back-to-back. And then they went home on Sunday and lost to Charlotte 113-109. They have all this time off. Next game is they're at home Sunday against the Pelicans. So I wonder why they're at home against the Pelicans, like a Western Conference team. Why is that? Like they're playing the Pelicans 3 times this year? I thought you only play the Western Conference teams two times. Anyways, that's interesting. So they play the Pelicans. The 76ers, they have their big three available, Maxey, Paul George, and Joel Embiid. I still believe it when I see it. I need to see Embiid actually on the court or in the starting lineup like 30 minutes before game time before I'm like, okay, he's officially playing. Let's see here. So, yeah, both teams pretty healthy, so that's good to see. Philly's won 4 out of their last 5 games, and then they play Monday at Charlotte. So Monday at Charlotte, and then next Friday at home against Charlotte. So their next 2 games are at Charlotte. And let's see what the spread is, guys. -6.5. That feels a little high. Under 227 is the over-under. These teams just played. Did they just play? I thought they just played. Oh, no, they played back in October. Okay. And the Pacers lost that game in overtime. That's right. That's Philadelphia's first win of the season. Man, it's kind of a tough game, guys, because with Embiid back, I don't think he messes up chemistry too much. But I don't know, guys. I don't know, man. Kind of lean Indiana +6.5, honestly. I think them in an underdog role, like that big of underdog, I think that's a good spot for them. But Philly's got to keep winning. So, and maybe Philadelphia, I don't know. Indiana can be so sporadic. They could start games well, too. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Over, under. I do lean over 227. The Pacers are not playing a lick of defense. It's just Philly likes to play slow. I mean, Philly, they've only scored. I mean, they're not looking to score over 110 points, but it is the Pacers, so I'll leave it there, guys. I'll leave it there. I don't know, guys. I would lean over 227, and then obviously +6.5 with the Pacers is what I'm thinking there. All right, let's go to the next game, and then just like a FYI, like today's my birthday, so I don't know how like involved I'm going to be with betting today. I am, but like I don't know if I want to sweat out like like 30 bets today. So I will have bets today, but I'll probably just have like a few that I really, really like today. Like it really has to stand out for me to bet it today, guys. Okay, let's see here. Next game up, we got the Los Angeles Lakers at the Minnesota Timberwolves. Now the Lakers do have some injury stuff going on with them. They've been in bad form, guys. They've only won 3 out of their last 10 games. And Sunday they're at home against Memphis. Let's see here. All right, Austin Reeves, he's out. LeBron James is out with his foot thing. Anthony Davis is probable with his foot. Austin Reeves is questionable. I think he plays, guys. He's been out for like a week. Like, I think he plays, but I don't know for sure. But I would think, I mean, he played through. I mean, he came back. Like, he hurt his pelvis against Oklahoma City, and then he came back in that game and played. But then he was out for like a week. So, I don't know. Yeah, everyone else is good. Jackson Hayes is out. But yeah, everyone else looks pretty good to go there. Let's look at Minnesota. Minnesota Timberwolves. They're healthy, guys. They're healthy. Everybody's there. Conley, Edwards, McDaniels, Randall, Gobert, DiVincenzo, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Naz Reid. They're at home. Let's see what they play next. They play at San Antonio on Sunday. So, no teams play tomorrow, guys, except for the NBA Cup games. So that's why. I mean, these are all rested spots for everybody. Now, one thing we do know about this game is that Minnesota is in a really, really good defensive groove right now. And these teams just played on Monday, December 2nd. at Minnesota. It was the second night of a back-to-back for Los Angeles, so that's why they got smoked. It was a bad spot for them. They lost 109-80 after they beat the Jazz the night before by 1 point. And then, but after that, the Timberwolves on the road held the Clippers to 80 points, then held the Warriors to 90 points, and then held they lost 114. The Warriors battled back with some pride there. But I'm already thinking defense right now, and especially if Reeves is out, I'm thinking an under. And the under's 214, over-under's 214. I do like under there. I might get there with that. That might be an official play. Wow, guys, this spread is freaking crazy. It's +9 for the Lakers. I'm sorry. That's too high. Even without LeBron James. Like why is having no LeBron James making this, and I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. The Lakers are trying to play defense. Man, I hope Austin Reeves plays, and then I will definitely be on them +9 for sure. I don't trust Minnesota winning. I mean, they have been winning by margin, but if we take a look at, I believe they got those three teams on second nights of back-to-back. I know Golden State was the second night of a back-to-back, and I just said the Lakers were. I think the Clippers were too. Hold on, let me take a look real quick. Yeah, because I think the Clippers beat who they beat the night before. I'm pretty sure that was the second night of a back-to-back. I'm looking it up right now. Yeah, they played Portland the night before at home, and they smoked them. So, I mean, home, back-to-backs aren't that, big of a thing in the NBA. You would expect the Clippers showed a better effort, but whatever. But, yeah, they just got three teams on the second night of a back-to-back. So, I mean, there's a reason why they smoked them. You know what I'm saying? And the Timberwolves were rested in all those spots. So, I definitely like the under in this game, under 214. And then as long as Anthony Davis is playing, they got NBA guards out there. They can shoot the ball. I mean, I know the Lakers' offense has been struggling, but +9, that's too high, guys. I will be on the Lakers +9 for sure, as long as that holds true and Austin Reeves is in. If Austin Reeves is not in, I don't know, guys. I might just stay off of it. Okay, next game up, we have the Brooklyn Nets at the Memphis Grizzlies. The spread is +11.5 to the Nets, +11.5. Total is 230.5. And just already my first reaction is that is way too high of a spread. Let's take a look at the Nets injury report. So Cam Thomas is out, Zaire Williams is out, but everyone else is good. Dennis Schrader, Cam Johnson, Dorian Finney-Smith, Nick Claxton, Jalen Wilson, Ben Simmons, Noah Clowney, Trendon Watford, Keon Johnson, Tyrese Martin, all the guys that have been stepping up playing big minutes, they're all available on the bench, and they got all their starters. And they just lost Milwaukee at home, 118-113, and the head coach, Jordi Fernandez, came out and said, if you're not going to play defense, there's not a roster for you on this spot. There's not a roster spot for you on this team. So that makes me think they're going to try to play some good defense here tonight, but it is Memphis, and Memphis plays extremely fast. So I think they're the fastest pace or second fastest paced team in the league, and Memphis is at home. And wow, this is their third time. So maybe they do play one opponent 3 times in the Western Conference. I thought they only played them twice, but this is the second time I'm seeing this now. So they already played twice in the net. And the Grizzlies beat them. No. The Nets beat the Grizzlies 2 times already. One at Memphis and one at home. So when it was at Memphis, the game stayed under this total, and same when it was at Brooklyn. So that's interesting. And then they play Monday at home against Cleveland. The Nets do. So obviously a rested spot. Let's take a look at. They've been playing hard, guys. They've been playing hard. Brooklyn has. They almost beat Milwaukee the other night. All right, let's see here. Let's take a look at the depth chart for the Grizzlies. Everyone's good except for Zach Edey. Everyone's healthy, ready to go. Ja Morant, Desmond Bane, rookie Jalen Wells, Jaren Jackson Jr., Brandon Clark, Scottie Pippen Jr. Everyone's good. Everyone's good to go. So let's take a look at their form. The Grizzlies, Man, they're rolling. They've only lost 2 games in like their 12 in their past 12 games, and they are at the Lakers on Sunday. So they smoked Washington. They beat Boston. They beat Sacramento, winning these games by margin. They beat Boston by 8. Obviously, the Wizards don't count. They won by 28. And then Sacramento by 5 at home. Smoked the Pacers. Smoked the Pelicans. Man, I like Brooklyn here, guys. Plus 11.5, and they're healthy, and they're going to try to play defense tonight. I like that. Over-unders at 230. First initial reaction, like, I don't know. It's hard to bet Grizzlies games under when they're at home, especially like a low 230 total, but the Nets are really going to try to play defense. They're going to try to slow the game down. It's going to be a conflicting contrast of style between these two teams. Like, Nets want to play slow, Grizzlies want to play fast. I lean under still, but man, that spread at plus 11.5. Probably going to be on that, guys. That's probably going to be a bet for me. Okay, next game up. And before I keep going, please follow me on Twitter at EasyMoneyWins. And that's where I keep all my communication about this podcast. And then also, like, all my official bets are there. Drop a like, drop a subscription to the YouTube channel, comment, and, I'm just doing this for free. And it's my birthday, so that gives you an added incentive to just like the YouTube video. That means a lot. All right, guys, let's get to the next game. We got Charlotte Hornets at the Chicago Bulls. Spread is minus 5.5 for Chicago. Total is at 231. Let's take a look at the depth chart here for the Hornets. It looks like LaMelo Ball and Miles Bridges is still out, as well as Trey Mann. I think Salaun, I think he's the rookie, first round draft pick rookie. I think he's questionable. So it looks like they're going to start Micic, Brandon Miller, Josh Green, Cody Martin, Mark Williams. And then the bench will be Seth Curry, Nick Richards. Pretty standard for what they've been doing. Now, they're off a really good win at Indiana. That snapped a 8-game losing streak for them. They are at home Monday against the 76ers. So they scored 113. That was the most they scored against. But again, that was against Indiana. Indiana doesn't play a lick of defense. But Chicago, they like to play fast. So Chicago's going to play fast. So there might be some scoring here. 113. They scored 113, huh? But before that, they only scored 104 in their last 7 games before that. Is their highest points outburst. So Chicago, let's take a look at their depth chart. Oh, they got some people on there, guys. Josh Giddey is questionable. Patrick Williams is questionable. Nikola Vucevic is questionable. Lonzo Ball is probable. Zach LaVine is probable. So I need to see what's shaking out for Chicago before I want to bet Chicago in this one. Let's check their current form. Chicago has lost 2 in a row. They won 2 in a row before that, so they're 2-2 in their last 4. They lost by 8 at home to Philadelphia. Then they lost at home to Indiana. Okay. And they beat San Antonio and Brooklyn 2 games before that. Next game is Monday at Toronto. So they got some time off here. They got some time off after this game. So it's a focus spot coming off of 2 losses. Charlotte's feeling good. I mean, I do lean Chicago minus 5.5 here. And over-under's kind of difficult too, just because the Hornets can't score. Like, you would need the Bulls to get to probably 125 to 105, 125 to 105, like something like that. I mean, if you think the if you think it's going to go over, I would probably honestly just bet the Bulls spread minus 5.5 because I don't think the Hornets can get to 115. So if the Bulls get to 120, they're going to cover it. So I can only look Bulls minus 5.5, guys. And then I'd lean under 231, but I'm not betting unders in Bulls games with totals that low, for them at least. Okay, next game up, we have the Los Angeles Clippers at the Denver Nuggets. These two teams just played, and the Clippers beat them in Los Angeles. That was 4 games ago for the Clippers. And then they beat Portland, and then they lost their last 2 games at home against Minnesota and Houston. So they're a little pissed off. They want to get a win here. Their next game is home against Utah. They'll definitely win that game. And for Denver, let's take a look at the depth chart for the Clippers here. So Derrick Jones Jr. is out, and Terrence Mann is out. Everyone else is good to go, though, for the Clippers. Let's take a look at the Nuggets now. Jamal Murray is out. Christian Braun is questionable. Aaron Gordon is questionable. They've been dealing with some injuries in Denver. Braun's probable and Aaron Gordon's probable. Sorry guys. No, Jamal Murray might play. He might play. So all 3 of those guys might play. Now they smoked Atlanta after they lost to the Wizards of all teams. So they're not in good form though, guys. They've only won 3 out of their last 7 games. They haven't won 2 games in a row since Sunday, November 8th. And they just keep alternating win, loss, win, loss. So they're winning. They just won. So I don't know. Maybe they'll lose this game. They're at Sacramento on Monday. Let's take a look at the spread, guys. Over unders 228.5. I'm already thinking under. And it's plus 6.5 to the Clippers. That's rich, guys. That's rich for a Nuggets team that's not really playing well right now. 6.5. I lean the Clippers. I do lean the Clippers there. And over under, let me see, because I am interested in this under here. Under 228.5. Let's see the Clippers totals. I mean, it was 223 against Houston. That was without all their starters, though. And Houston's Fred VanVleet. I don't know. They've been scoring. I mean, that game against Denver went over, but that was the second night of a back-to-back for Denver, I believe. No, it wasn't. That was a rested spot, and it still went over. I'll stay over. I'll stay off of that over/under. I do like Clippers plus 6.5, though. That is kind of standing out to me. Okay, let's see here. Next game up, we've got the Phoenix Suns at the Utah Jazz. Over/unders 231.5. And the spread is -8 for Phoenix. See if Kevin Durant is back or not. Looks like Kevin Durant is out. Oh, no, he's probable. He's probable. I don't know why ESPN, they have, the letter O next to their name, and then when you click on the injury, it says a different thing. So it says out, but then it also says Durant ankle is probable for Friday's game against Utah. So he's probable. So it looks like everyone's good to go in this game for Phoenix. That's good for them. Let's see what's going on. They've lost 3 in a row. Wow, guys. They've lost 3 in a row. They lost at New Orleans, at Miami, and at Orlando. Their next game is at home against Portland. So let's see Utah Jazz's depth chart. They're pretty healthy, except for, Lauri Markkanen is questionable, and Jordan Clarkson is questionable. So this could be a good spot for Utah. If those 2 guys come back, then they'll have Keontae George, Colin Sexton, John Collins, Walker Kessler, Kyle Filipowski, the rookie, Drew Eubanks, Isaiah Collier, Bryce Sensabaugh, Johnny Juzang. This is a good spot. This is a good spot for the Jazz at home. I look for spots like this, guys. I target spots like this where the home team, bad home team, looking healthy, rested spot at home. And they've already lost to Phoenix once this year by 8. I like the Suns tonight, and I like this over. I don't even know what it is yet, but I'm already thinking over. See what the total is. 231. Bet it over. Bet it over. Man, that spread is +8. Really? +8.5. I like the Jazz. I might be betting the Jazz tonight, guys. +8.5. I actually really like that. Okay, next game up. Last game of the night. We have the San Antonio Spurs at the Portland Trailblazers. Spread is -3.5 for the Spurs. Over under is 225. For the Spurs, the rookie Stephon Castle, he is out. Keldon Johnson looks to be out, and so is Zach Collins. Yeah, all three of those guys are out. So that's not significant, but I mean that's a lot of good role players right there. So they're starting Chris Paul, Devin Vassell, Harrison Barnes, Jeremy Sochan, Victor Wemby, Malachi Branham, Blake Wesley. I mean those guys have played a lot of ball, and then Charles Bassey. I mean, and then Mamu Kulashvili. I mean these bench guys, they played a lot. So even though Castle, Keldon Johnson, and Zach Collins are out, they still got guys that have played a lot behind them. Okay, let's take a look. They're at home Sunday against Minnesota. They come home for like a week after this game. And they were just home for like 3 games. So they're really just flying out to Portland, playing a game, flying back. Let's take a look at Portland's schedule. They've lost 4 in a row, and they've looked pretty bad, honestly. After they had a nice win at home against Sacramento, they lost to Dallas by 6, lost to the Clippers, at the Clippers by like 20, then lost to Utah by like 50 almost. Gosh. Then they lost the Lakers by 9. So they're at Phoenix on Sunday. Let's take a look at their depth chart. I think Klingon might be available for this game. Let me see here. All right. Robert Williams is questionable. DeAndre Ayton is questionable. Klingon is questionable. Duop Reith is doubtful. He's a front court big guy. So, dang, their 3 centers look like they might be ready to go tonight. I mean, they got Anthony Simons, Shaedon Sharpe, Tamani Kamara, Jeremy Grant, Aiden, potentially Klingon, potentially Robert Williams, potentially. And there's got Scoot Henderson, Banton, and Denny Avdija on the bench. Like, initially, I do. Oh, sorry, guys. Initially, I do want to go bet San Antonio, but this is kind of a sneaky spot for Portland at home. I just don't like. I wish the number was like closer to like 5.5. Over unders 225. I do lean defense here. I lean under, but probably not going to get there with it. And that's the show, guys. That's the show. So, like I said, it's my birthday. I really don't know how much I'm going to get involved today. There's only like a couple lines that are standing out to me, honestly. And I'm probably not going to do like my afternoon researches like I normally do. So, yeah, if anything like stands out to me and the injury report trickles in and stuff becomes, I guess, I don't know what the word is, more obvious to bet something, then I'll get there. But I don't know. We'll see you guys. Stay posted, and I'll see you on tomorrow's episode. All right.